We are recording now.
Bro, Tanner Ledbetter can fucking catch this pipe.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Go ahead. Go try.
Oh,
okay.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh no, he's
I
in here.
promise it'll happen.
Why didn't you guys tell me he was in the street? Good stuff.
Then
Good
MoonKnight came
show,
out,
dude.
so
That's
God.
second.
yeah,
Stay,
the second
Stage
biggest thing to
five.
happen this week.
stage
Dude,
5 proud.
okay. Moon Knight. Okay, where do we even start with Moon Knight? Which of the 7 greatest MCU moments are we gonna pick from that episode?
Okay, the fish.
The fish.
So
Fish
The
problem.
Let's
first
bring
thing
up
we
the
start
Nemo
with,
moment. Yeah, the Nemo
first thing we
moment.
start with for sure is Oscar Isaac.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
come
Wow.
on.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
Come
Just-
on.
Dude, him as Poe Dameron, amazing.
Great.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Literally the best pick in the new trilogy. So, that was the only good part of the new trilogy.
All right.
So,
Be careful.
Be careful.
So, Carson and me, we talking today, and we realized that everything we've seen in the trailers,
Mhm.
we've
First
already,
episode.
we've already seen in episode
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be like, what
that's
the
the
fuck happens
best
next?
part of
Who knows
it,
from the
maybe.
yeah.
It's gonna be.
I
It's
mean,
gonna
there's
be.
one scene that wasn't showed, which
There's-
is
yeah.
the scene where
There-
you caught the crescent. So,
There
I mean,
was a
other than
few-
that, yeah.
There's a good handful.
yeah.
You can
But
definitely
like,
make a list.
still,
Yeah.
But most of what we've seen was
But
Yeah.
of the the
the
7
mirror
minutes
scenes,
that we've
yeah.
got,
Yeah.
the 7 minutes of trailer that we've got, I'd say that
5.5.
5, yeah, was we've already seen. So
that's the best part. Yeah.
so it's gonna be awesome.
crazy out of the blue prediction that's got no proof, but I'm just gonna get it out there in case I'm right. You know, Charlie Cox as Daredevil showed up in No Way Home.
Dude.
Vincent D'Onofrio showed up in Hawkeye. John Bernthal as the Punisher is going to show up in Moon Knight.
I'd
Right?
lose my shit.
Just
The problem
there's
is,
no
It's not crazy to say that.
it's not crazy.
so the show's in London, but this dude wakes
Yes.
up everywhere, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean he's just
what?
going to show up everywhere.
Dude.
He woke up across the fucking earth.
Punisher and Moon Knight are like that. Like they're constantly teaming up in the
Yeah.
comics.
Oh, really?
And Daredevil too.
Yes.
Like a lot of people
Daredevil,
from like the Hell's Kitchen stuff in
Mhm.
general. Like Kingpin's
the
a big
Punisher.
Moon Knight villain too.
So
Okay, so was the villain in Moon Knight the deity or whatever, the cat, I guess?
Is Amit? I think that's his
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
It's Ethan Hawke's character is Amit's like avatar. The same
Okay.
way that Moon Knight is Khonshu's avatar.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
But there's also Midnight Man.
There's so many directions
Like-
to go.
There's at least one more villain, probably more than that, because Midnight Man's in it, and he hasn't showed up yet. And that actor actually died, like, right after he got done filming, so he had a snowboarding
Oh.
accident.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's done. X Games mode.
You're done.
Rip.
Careful.
You're done.
Got it.
He was like French
All
or
right.
something.
So something. Do we want to just talk about the last 30 seconds and how that
Oh man.
just cemented him into Marvel history, even if the rest of the show is garbage, which it won't be.
No.
That scene is going to be a bit. That's going to be a scene where you've got to get up early in the morning and it's 1 a.m. and you're like, screw it, I'm going to Google that scene one more time before I go to bed.
It's so good.
That,
That fucking dog didn't stand a chance, dude.
oh yeah, I love.
As soon
stuff
as the
like that
rap,
where
like,
Mhm.
as soon as it came on his body, you're like, okay, well,
because I knew
that's dead.
like when they cut outward after he got tackled, I was like, all right, so it's gonna like go into the room and he's gonna be like standing over the dog's body or something like that.
Yeah.
But like to see it like clawing at the freaking ground, trying to get away from him,
Mm.
it was just
Pretty sure.
genius.
I
The
think it's
music.
called a jackal. you guys were looking for the
Jack-
word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a jackal.
I mean, I know it's got a name,
Wild.
but I'm calling it a dog because
It's a
it
fucking dog.
reminded me of the
Nah,
dog.
that's a
It reminded me
fucking
of the dog.
Rottweiler.
Nah,
I seen
you can't
those.
fool me, buddy. You can't fool me. That's a fucking
That ain't
Rottweiler.
no fucking dingo. Come
I was
on,
born
man.
yesterday, buddy.
Ain't no fucking dingo. Who you trying to kid? Fucko.
And the music, like, you can't.
Dude, the soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, like
So good.
the beautiful moment where he smacks it into the ground, stands up, and the music pauses for like a full second, and then it swells again right as he turns around and looks right into the camera.
It engulfs you in the scene. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
bro.
God.
I wanted more. Like,
Dude, it wasn't enough.
yeah,
I really
wanted
think-
more
But
than
it
that.
was. But
My
it was.
favorite
It
scene
was.
might have been the steak
I was
scene.
like, more.
Oh,
The
yeah.
steak scene.
It was a
Honestly,
good scene.
like, it's the first time I've genuinely laughed at Marvel in a while. Like, I wasn't cringing at the jokes because he's like the Steven character is so funny.
yeah, like,
And
he
he's like,
doesn't
"How do you
know.
want your
Like, He's
steak?"
innocent. Yeah.
And he's like, good. And the guy's like, he's like, yeah, just good. And he's like, so well
he's like-
done. Uh-huh.
He said, I'll have the best bit of steak.
I'll have the good bit.
The best bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good bit.
Yeah.
What?
So
Oh,
funny.
man. And God, like the chills I got whenever like they're all trying to get this scarab away from him, and it just like flashes for a second, and it cuts out, and they're just all dead, and his hands are dripping with blood.
What's crazy is
Dude.
I've
it's
read like 3 comics. That's exactly how the comics do it too. It's so
Mhm.
cool.
Like, he just flashes out and then flashes back. What, as a murderer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
badass, dude.
Driving to the truck, flash. He's driving backwards, and all the cars are wrecking.
hmm I'm
Just,
pretty sure that
like,
exact scene with
That's
Layla,
exact.
whoever
yeah.
that was, the phone call, is
Yeah.
in like the comic that I actually read. Because he calls her and he's like, what did we do? Or what did I do to those people yesterday?
What's his alternative name? Mike or something?
Mark.
Mark.
Mark
Mark.
Spector.
Yeah.
Mark Spector,
Yeah.
Steven
Don't forget Mr. Knight.
something, and Mr. Knight,
Mr. Knight.
which is going to be crazy.
But
I don't get it, I
uh,
guess. How many, like, different personalities does he have?
It differs all the time.
4, 5.
Oh.
It's
Because
usually
that's the
around
thing, like
3
the
to
thing
5
with
range.
Marvel is I never watch or read or like anything like that. I just like go into it blind because that's how I enjoy it, I guess.
Did speaking of the call scene, did you guys catch the other name in there besides Layla?
Yeah, like
Dunbar.
Michonne.
Yeah. In the comics, that's like
Isn't that a
Duchamp.
it's like
I know what
yeah,
it is.
the champ. Yeah, it's like John Jock DeCamp or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's his it's Mark's partner or something.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but he's some kind of link to Mark.
There's a guy in the comics that helps him. He's like his tech guy.
Yeah.
Might be him. But I can't remember his name right now. He's a former SHIELD agent, and then he gets hired to help Mark. But in the
Yeah.
comic book, at least the one I read, Mark Spector is a famous actor. And Steven is just like Steven, and then there's MoonKnight. It's just those 3.
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes they just do like 3. You know, they don't. Which I think Mark is Moon Knight.
Yeah, he is.
Like Mark's the one that controls the powers and stuff.
And Steven works at a gift shop. And that's fine with me, because I love those scenes. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Carson and me were
Things like
talking,
that, yeah.
and in one comic that we were reading, Steven is like the rich persona, like almost like Bruce Wayne.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually 'cause in the original Moon Knight run, Stephen was a rich guy, and he was kind of the, lavish billionaire, and he was also putting money
Yep.
into Moon Knight, kind of gearing him up.
Huh.
Uh,
That's cool.
yeah, which doesn't make a ton of sense because,
They shouldn't really know too much about each other.
well, it's just that Stephen is not real. He's
Yeah.
a made-up personality. So where did that money
Oh.
come from?
So Steven is like in the comics, Steven's like the made up one.
Yeah, which
That makes
I
sense.
think
That's cool.
he's the made-up one in this too. It's just we're experiencing it through his perspective.
Oh,
Mark is always the original personality.
Yeah.
But we're seeing
That's
it from the
badass.
perspective of one of the
made
other
up.
personalities.
Yeah. Oh, that's badass.
And
Yeah.
has his mom, when he's called his mom, has
I was
she answered a
just about to
single
say.
phone call?
That's what I was just about to say. She didn't answer any of his phone calls.
Who
so
was
she
at
doesn't
the
exist.
museum though,
Yeah.
or the wherever he works, the museum
When
where he met? Like he showed up before the what did you call it? The jackal showed up. He was there like 3 days later, and like someone showed up that he met. He was like, maybe
I think it was one of
meet
the.
anyone.
Well, he
I
saw
think what
Ethan
I'm
Hawke's
thinking-
character on the subway for sure,
Yeah.
and then I think he saw a man from that town, like one of the.
Oh, yeah.
one of
Maybe
those
that's what it
people,
was.
I think.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
what I'm thinking is that there's slight variations of the different personalities. Like everybody keeps calling him Stevie or like somebody. I think somebody said like Stefan or something like that.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think that those are different personalities, but they're close enough that people just think it's him because he's like very adamant. My name is Steven. He corrects them every single time, but everybody keeps getting his name wrong.
Yeah.
I think that there are slight variations in the personalities.
My only thing with that is like when he gets that, they say like the god or whatever, or Mark or whoever it is says like the idiot took over or whatever they say.
Yeah,
That's
So,
got to
like-
be Khonshu.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But like
Actually,
who
I'll
like
feel-
so I guess like is Steven is he like an actual person or is he like
No.
just
No,
like
he's
this
just a-
thing?
So
he's a
Like
personality.
oh this
Carson
dumbass took
enlightened
over.
me today. So, Mark, gets shot in the head, right? And then when he's supposed to die, and Khonshu's like, "I'll save you, but you got to be my spirit of vengeance."
Yeah.
So, since he's alive, the gunshot wound gave him whatever
What?
disorder he's got. The
Dissociative identity disorder.
yeah.
Mhm.
Huh,
So-
okay.
So he's like assuming that he died from any way other than a bullet to the brain. He would have just came back as Mark and then just been
Yeah.
Moon Knight. But
Yeah.
because the
Oh,
bullet
okay.
to the brain messed up his
Split.
brain, he now
Yeah.
has that disorder,
Mhm.
and now he has to juggle between his disorders, but still
Yeah.
being Moon Knight for Hanchu.
AJ, am I crazy or is Duchamp Bushmaster? Is that who we're thinking of? Bushmaster, the guy
Bushman-
that shot him?
Bushmaster.
He's a big French dude.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
is
one that-
French.
He's the one that turns on. So Mark was like an archaeologist or something, or an explorer, and him and Bushmaster
mercenary.
He's a
mercenary
mercenary.
and he was hired by I think someone trying to find some shit.
Hmm.
And Bushmaster was a mercenary too, and he ended up shooting both of them, the guy that hired him and Mark. And then that's when that happened, because he got shot like in an Egyptian tomb stealing shit,
Mhm.
and then the god
I don't-
from the tomb was like, "Be my spirit."
No.
I don't know if it's. I'm looking at the wiki, and I'm looking at the MCU wiki,
Mhm.
and it's saying that Bushmaster was in Luke Cage, so I don't think
He is,
that's the same.
but it's a different guy. I
This
think.
says.
I
This
think there's
says. he
two.
was-
Yeah,
Hang on.
Yeah, Bushmaster and Luke Cage is actually pretty sick. He's yoked.
yeah, I'm still not caught up on the Netflix stuff.
Yeah, I want to rewatch him now.
Yeah, I need to watch them in general. I watched half of The Punisher and I was just like, I don't know.
Did you start with it?
Yeah.
Probably should have started with
The
it.
Punisher's like
Daredevil,
halfway through.
I've heard Daredevil is amazing, but like
Oh my
those
gosh.
3 original, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. After watching The Punisher, I'm just like, they don't seem like.
The Punisher's better if you watch Daredevil, because he's introduced throughout Daredevil.
Yeah, I watched season 1 of. I'm watching them in the order they came out, so I watched season 1 of Daredevil and season 1 of Jessica Jones, and I thought both of them were just pretty good. Like I wasn't just like, oh my god, just biting at the neck for new episodes.
Mhm.
But I was like, they're pretty good. But season 2, where Punisher is the villain, that
Yeah.
got me hooked.
It's
That
so
is
good. 'Cause,
fantastic.
yeah, he's the villain in season 2, so then season 1 is like understanding why he is the way he is. For like season 1 of The Punisher is more of what makes him tick. Whereas
Oh.
season 2 of Daredevil is like, this guy's fucking crazy and he needs to be stopped.
Maybe I do need to watch it.
And there's certain like one shots and scenes in Daredevil that are just, it's worth watching the first season just for the hallway scene.
I always heard like the hallway scene was like the best fight scene, and it was great.
Yeah.
But I thought the staircase fight in season 2 was leagues better.
They're all
Like
so
it
good.
just, there was so much going on. It was mostly a one shot. There was a couple cuts.
Mhm.
But like he's just so creative because half the time I feel like when they're doing Daredevil fight scenes, I feel like it's very easy to forget that he's supposed to be blind, just because he's so enhanced by all the other things. But like that fight had great moments where he used his blindness to his advantage. Like he was turning out all the lights because he doesn't need them, so it's just an advantage for him. And he has a no-kill rule, and he had a gun taped to his hand that whole fight, and he uses it like a scare tactic. He points, and they duck out of the way, even though he's never going to shoot them. They don't know that.
It's a good show. They're all pretty good. Iron Fist is easily the worst.
Yeah, I'm
They're
not
all
looking
good.
forward to getting to that one.
I've always thought the DC shows were better than the Marvel shows, like the older ones. Like,
Well,
I just
they used to
never
be.
watched them.
Like,
Yeah,
the
until,
first
like,
2 seasons of Arrow
WandaVision
are
and Loki.
so good.
Yeah.
And then after
I think
that, it becomes
Arrow's
soap opera.
about like the only one I've watched.
Yeah,
After like season 3 or 4, it becomes like Young and the
Like
Restless.
drama filled.
It's so
like
hard to
the,
watch.
The CW classic. Yeah.
All right. How long have we been talking about this? Do we gotta move on?
It's been about 20 minutes, so yeah, if you want.
All right. Yeah. Let's go in.
MoonKnight, fucking great. Can't wait for next Wednesday.
MoonKnight is
Yeah.
fantastic.
We're gonna keep talking about that. We got to add AJ if you want to read it.
Yeah.
Are you having trouble in social situations? Do you get anxious at parties? Does the mere sight of another person just piss you off? This product may be just the thing for you. Introducing Shut the Fuck Up. If you never speak, why be worried? 9 out of 10 doctors recommend shutting the fuck up as an anxiety depressant. Imagine a world where you just shut that big mouth. Just don't speak. It's really that simple. You'll be amazed at how much closing that nasty ass trap of yours can do. Shut the fuck up. You won't be sorry. Unless you don't. Each shoe sold separate.
Damn, are you a voice actor? Because I want to fuck.
I'll cut that together because I misscrolled a few times, but I just don't.
Am
I
I a
hate
voice
revealing
actor?
too much for you
Me.
because I want you to get cracked up.
I was trying not to laugh.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
one.
not that funny.
Nice.
Fuck.
Fuck. All right.
Dude.
Can I
Morbius.
talk about Miss Marvel real fast? Since
yeah.
it'll take 2 seconds.
Trash.
Yeah, Miss Marvel trailer.
Trash.
It's not meant for us,
Mid.
obviously.
Yeah.
It's for teenage girls,
Trash.
and it looks fine for what it is, and we're obviously gonna watch it. But I'm not scratching at the neck waiting for it to come out.
Nah.
Oh, fuck.
It looks like a Netflix show for teenage girls. So
I'm honestly more excited for She-Hulk. I know you
First,
guys
not
might get mad
canon.
at me.
yeah.
Are you talking
But,
about Shulk?
Shulk.
Yeah, sure.
I've heard it's not canon.
Is
She-Hulk?
MoonKnight canon?
Oh
Yeah.
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 I'm just
All the
kidding.
How are
Disney
they
Plus
going to add
shows.
him in? I guess is the question.
He's probably going to be. I really think they're setting up the Midnight Suns because they're getting all the they're introducing all the members like at the same time.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
Black
we just-
Knight, Blade,
We just need
Morbius.
Ghost Rider now.
You think they're going
Which I
to use
don't know
the
if
same
Morbius-
actor for Blade?
No, it's Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He'll be.
Yeah,
good,
he was in
though.
the end of Eternals.
Yeah, Black Knight was in the end of Eternals.
Blade's voice.
That-
No,
was-
I'm talking about Blade.
Blade's voice was in. Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Mahershala Ali.
Black Knight's
Yeah,
gonna be
Black
sick.
Knight.
Which I don't. I doubt Morbius is going to show up because
No, fuck
It's
no.
No, I
Into our
can
next
see
topic.
Morbius. I can see like Disney and Sony kind of working together.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it
living
can't
damn
happen.
I think it
But
could
it's
have.
just
That's
that
Blade.
it's
Wait,
it's the fact that what we're about to talk
Morbius
about,
is shitty Blade.
Morbius is like
We
the
already have
worst
Blade.
reviewed Marvel movie in years.
Yeah. Morbius is
Like-
flopping at the moment.
The last Marvel movie that I thought was really bad was New Mutants, and it's got double the Rotten Tomatoes score as Morbius right now.
Yikes.
What
all
is
I've
the
seen about Morbius
score?
is that it's confusing.
Uh,
That's all I've
The
seen.
score for New Mutants is like 32, and
Oh my
Morbius is
God.
like 15.
Yikes.
You're kidding.
Well,
It's bad.
Is that critic or
But,
audience?
Critic, yeah. I don't think
yeah,
audience scores
audience
like that.
isn't out yet. Yeah, but I don't know,
That's
dude.
tough.
Rotten Tomatoes is almost like wishy-washy because there's some really good movies on Rotten Tomatoes that just don't have
Yeah.
the score.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is not the Bible. It's not be all end all.
I actually trust the audience score more than the critic, which is why I was wondering. Because I feel like they're a little
The critic-
The
more
audience score is 64. So
Yeah.
It's bad.
I've heard a lot of people say
It's bad.
I've heard a
Sony
lot of
just
people
can't do
say
it.
that it's if you like Venom, you'll like this. I didn't like either of the Venoms,
same.
Oh,
so
I like the Venoms. I thought they were decent.
Dude, I watched
They're-
Let There Be
They're
Carnage.
forgettable. They're forgettable,
Yeah.
but they're not bad.
Let There Be Carnage in
I
theaters
do-
was torture to my eardrums. That was the loudest movie
Yeah,
for no
that
fucking
was-
reason.
that was just
They
your
just had
theater
to-
because I saw it twice and it never got that loud.
Yeah, I saw it twice as well, and it just I didn't think it was that loud. I
That's
just
the
didn't
only
think it
thing I
was
could
that
talk about.
good.
When I got out was how loud it was. So it was ruined for me.
Yeah.
But
They're fine if you shut your brain off and like
You just shut your damn mouth.
yeah, exactly.
Shut your nasty
Because,
trap,
like-
bro.
They should be rated R. They should be gory as fuck.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't really have that buddy cop comedy feel to them. But there are moments of that dynamic that do
they
make
almost
me
have
giggle.
to
And
have
I think
them, though.
Tom Hardy does kill it.
Tom
for what
Hardy.
he's
I like
given.
Tom Hardy a lot.
And if they add Venom to the Disney MCU, or if they, yeah, it's got to be Tom Hardy. He's one of those perfectly casted roles that you just have to have.
I really think
Mhm.
if he wasn't Venom, he would be a perfect Wolverine for the MCU.
Yeah.
And
Great.
Have you seen
Both.
Daniel Radcliffe as being like questioned?
Yes.
Dude.
Have you seen the
No.
pictures though?
No,
Like some of the
I don't
mock-ups,
want
dude?
to. No,
He looks
I don't want
fucking
Harry.
crazy.
I don't want the Wizarding World Harry Potter to be Venom. You know,
Daniel
I
Rad-
don't
okay,
want it.
Daniel Radcliffe, you can't just lump him in as the Harry Potter guy. He's like Robert Pattinson. Like that's his most famous thing. But everything else, he's a nut, and he's because he made all of his money. Like, he could retire tomorrow.
Yeah.
But so like now
He retired 10
he's not
years ago.
Yeah, he's not taking jobs for money. He's doing acting roles that he legitimately likes, and he's a psycho, and I love it.
No,
Like Guns Akimbo.
the pictures of him mocked up as Wolverine with his, because I think they used some Guns Akimbo
Let me
stuff
look it up.
where his eyes just look crazy. He
Mhm.
looks like the comic book Wolverine, like the berserker, crazy dude.
I don't think he'd be in
Yes,
the
me, Wolverine.
casting, but I think he said that he.
Because I want the
Which,
comic
I
book
mean-
Wolverine that's like 5'4" and gross.
They
Well, that's him.
they don't. Obviously, like
Huge.
every actor is lying, but he's. I think he said before he really doesn't want to. He really doesn't want to do Wolverine.
No, actually, now that I'm like looking at the mock-ups, I can 100% see. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, this one's actually quite hilarious.
Yeah.
Some of them are good.
Let me share this.
Quite.
Let me share this.
Quite.
Kind of quite.
And I really don't like the people like with this multiverse thing. People are like, just Hugh Jackman.
Dude, that one's tough.
Hang on.
They wanted to just people are saying just bring back Hugh Jackman, and I don't think we should do
He's
that.
too old.
Yeah.
He had a great run.
He
Somebody else will
did.
go.
He was one of the perfectly casted roles, but he's just too old at this point. It's like
Yeah.
bringing back Robert Downey Jr., but as a 65-year-old man.
Yeah, he changed Wolverine in comics the same way, like Chris Pratt changed Star-Lord and Tony changed Iron Man. Like their comic book characters, when those movies came out, became the movie character because they were more popular than the comic book character.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yep.
Because Wolverine used to be the fucking nasty, smelly dude with long nails.
dog.
Yeah, he was a dog.
Dude. Yeah.
And now he like has a chance with Jean Grey. Give me a break.
And now he doesn't wear
Yeah,
the
man.
costume anymore. It's always like that Wolverine
It's
game.
him shirtless with a hairy chest with claws. Yeah.
That Wolverine game they announced. He's wearing just a plaid shirt.
Dude, that's low-key a great game. X-Men Origins Wolverine is kind of great.
Oh, I was
The
talking about the new
movie?
one. That's
There's
not
a
even out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it's,
Wolverine had a game a long time ago, based on
Oh.
the movie. The game is like 100 times better than the movie. It's so good.
The movie
that's
is
wild.
ass.
Because for
Movie's
some
dog
reason,
water.
it's crazy because this like never happens. The movie was PG-13, which is understandable because at the time. But the game they let be rated mature.
Yeah, the game.
They let the game be rated mature, so it's so violent. Like it's like so much blood, and you're slashing limbs off.
Oh my god, let's go.
Fantastic.
It's
How
old. It's like 10
Wolverine
years
should
old.
be.
Yeah, the new
Put it on
Wolverine game
360.
made by the new Wolverine game is made by Insomniac, who did the new Spider-Man games,
Yeah.
And- and it's rated mature, so we're gonna get more gore.
Not to stray off topic, but have you guys seen the new Spider-Man 2 video game?
Yeah.
With
Looks good.
the new Spider-Man and Miles Morales in it?
Oh yeah,
That's
and
good,
it's gonna
yeah.
have Raven and Venom.
Craven and Venom. Too. And fucking Tony Todd is playing Venom. That's one of those castings that like somebody brings up and it's like, yeah, but that'll never happen.
See a voice
And
actor.
it
there?
happened. He played the Candyman. He's the Candyman.
From like the old one.
The original Candyman.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
His voice is
And-
wild.
Yeah, he did that, and then he was in Final Destination. Like he's perfect.
Yeah, I wish I had a PlayStation so bad.
Right.
So
for
it's
that reason. Yeah. It's almost worth buying one for
It
Spider-Man.
is. I would
Boy.
jump at the chance if I had the funds.
I actually got to play the first Spider-Man on my buddy's PS4. My roommate in college, his PS4. And it was...
And they were roommates.
It's fantastic. It's
It
one of my
was-
favorite Spider-Man stories.
It
Honestly,
was amazing. Yeah.
no pun intended. Yeah, let's move on before we run out of time.
Yeah, we're at 30.
Mhm.
But we don't really have to talk about Morbius much more. I mean, it didn't do well.
Yeah,
we're all
it's
gonna
the-
watch
yeah.
it, but
We haven't seen it
at
yet,
this point, it's
so-
just to laugh.
I
so,
hope it does well.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's Sony, so...
Okay,
They
so
have
my
a-
biggest argument with Morbius is like, why bring it in when he's just a shitty version of Blade?
He's more of a shitty version of Venom.
Yeah,
Right.
well, it's like
They both-
the living vampire, and Blade is like half
Yeah.
vampire.
But they're both good people who need to eat people, so they choose to eat bad guys.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
same exact.
That's what I
story.
was thinking with the trailer,
Mhm.
yeah. I was just kind of like, way to go, Sony. Way to fuck
Mhm.
up another movie.
Except this time, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Ah,
Is it
Which I don't
Jared
like.
Leto?
yeah,
Dude, I think he's a dog shit actor.
yeah. I've never been impressed with Jared Leto.
He's done good stuff. It's just
But
All of-
superhero-wise,
not his
no.
superhero stuff.
He shouldn't
No.
be in it like at all.
Mhm.
No.
dog.
He looks like Morbius. At least
He takes himself too seriously to be in a superhero movie.
Yeah, like can you see him in House of Gucci?
No,
He's-
I didn't see him.
He's nuts. Like a psychopath, and he looks nothing. Like the makeup is so good. It's like Penguin in the Batman level good.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy good makeup, and he's just a psychopath in it. And he's fantastic in those kind of movies where he can just be a chameleon. Don't touch superhero stuff. He's not cool. That's his thing. He's trying to be a superhero, and he's trying to be cool.
Yeah.
But Jared Leto's not cool. He's a good actor at playing psycho weirdo creeps. So he should stick to that realm.
That's what I thought with Joker, and then we all know how that went.
And I don't think he's as bad as everyone says, but he's not,
Oh my
not a
god.
good pick.
He is god awful.
Speaking of the Joker, Batman deleted
Yeah.
scene.
Yes, the Batman.
Oh my
movie.
god.
Money.
Amazing.
I've never seen it.
Shmoney. I watched it like an hour ago. It's great.
Yeah.
I see why they
Very
didn't put it in,
amazing.
but it's good. I wouldn't have put it in
I
either after
still-
watching it, but it is really good.
I still retain the opinion that they shouldn't have done Joker at all. But
Yeah.
if they're gonna do it, I like the direction this one's going. I like Barry Keoghan, and I like that I was a little weirded out by his look at first because it was just kind of like just too gross. Like they were just trying to be gross rather than it feeling natural. But now I've kind of grown on it because a lot, it's his whole thing is he usually falls in a vat of chemicals and then he's just got clown makeup. But now it's like this is what actually happens when someone falls in a vat of chemicals.
Yeah,
They get messed up.
you're fucked.
Disgusting. No fingernails. Hair won't grow on his head. He's got this horrible muscular disease in his face, so he's got this weird contorted smile at all times.
That's
What
how they
else
did it on
did he
Gotham,
play
dude.
in?
When Jerome
Dunkirk
calls in
or
in
something?
Gotham, dude, he comes out a fucking menace. He looks disgusting.
Was he the what was his name?
He was in
the
Eternals.
Yeah.
Druid.
Yeah. Druid.
Yeah, the one that mind controlled or whatever.
Which kind of sucks because, like, I feel like of all the Eternals, Druid has a pretty good shot of making it far in the MCU.
Yeah.
But if he's tied up as the Joker now, he's gonna be
Well,
split.
Matt Reeves said that Joker's not the main villain of the sequel,
That's
so
good. I hope
he
it's
won't.
Hush.
in a ton of stuff. I want Hush so bad.
I'll
Hush
fucking
and
lose it.
Scarecrow.
Dude,
Those are
see
my
what Batman villains, they can screw up so hard.
I think they should definitely use a newer one, either Court of Owls or Hush. Like,
I think it's too late for Court of Owls. We saw such deep-rooted corruption brought out to light that the Court of Owls would have had some sort of fingerprints on there.
Yeah.
We would have heard something. So I feel like if they do it now, it's going to feel contrived.
I think if it's a trilogy, they could maybe do Court of Owls for the third, but I don't know. Or you could just do Joker.
Yeah, I that was my original theory for the first one, was that Court of Owls were involved.
Everyone
but now I
thought
feel
that.
like it's too far.
From like a producer or like a director standpoint, like you almost have to do Joker in a Batman movie if you're gonna release one. Like to someone that's not a like avid movie like as deep as we are, like
Yeah.
who else are you gonna like recognize other than
But also,
Penguin, Riddler, and the Joker? you
as a
know?
producer, if you're going to put Joker in it, you're going to advertise it.
Yeah.
So to put him in it but not advertise that he's in it is kind of weird.
It's
Yeah.
just that we've got literally in the past 3 years, 3 actors have played Joker, which is insane.
Exactly.
What would have been crazy
They-
is if we got Joaquin's Joker as the Joker.
That
I would have lost my shit to say the
Everyone
least.
would have loved
I-
that, but Joaquin Phoenix is so particular about the movies he does and he's very like, he would not let them give him a contract for Joker. He was like, I'll do it, but if you do a sequel, I got to see it first. You're not going to lock me into something I don't like. So because he's so hard to convince, they just went ahead and did somebody else for Joker in this.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, he would have been fantastic. But also at the same time, the Joker in that movie is already like so old, and Bruce Wayne was like 8 years old. So by the time he's an adult, it's going to be a 70-year-old geriatric Joker.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Wait a second, buddy.
He'd roll around in a wheelchair. I feel like he'd make someone sit in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing I loved about Barry Keoghan's Joker was that he convinced me that he found himself funny. A lot of times it feels like the Jokers are just laughing at everything they say because he's Joker.
Yeah.
But Barry Keoghan's laugh was very like, it felt like he legitimately
You
thought
could
he was
see him
being
just-
hilarious.
It looked like a scene from the Arkham games, like when the camera got blurry and Batman's walking out, and you just see him bouncing up and down because he's laughing so hard.
Yeah,
His body's like every
That's
time he
fantastic.
laughs. So cool.
I love that they don't show his face very well. That was awesome.
Even when
It's,
they do,
almost
like,
curious of,
When it's high def, the camera's here, so you just see
Yeah.
parts of his face.
it's like even so dark at that point.
Yeah.
It's just like damn,
But his mouth, dude. Holy
Must
holy fuck, and his teeth.
herpes.
Whew.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro.
It's I will like if they keep him kind of a Hannibal Lecter sort of thing where he's always locked up, but he's always kind of
That'd be cool.
Like calling the
Always
shots from
finding
within the
something. Yeah.
bars. Yeah, yeah,
Or
that
something
would be
like that.
badass.
Imagine if they have a whole movie that takes place within Arkham.
they're having a series set in Arkham.
Yeah,
The whole series is set in Arkham.
but do you think they'll have
and-
like Joker in that?
It's already rumored. It's already rumored Barry Keoghan is part of it. So
If by the end of that show, Joker has orchestrated like an escape.
oh yeah,
That'd be sick.
they'll do something.
Dude, how can you even take on the Joker after like all of the shit that happened? You know what I mean? How can you even be an actor and be like, yeah, I want to do this?
That's
that's
such a
kinda crazy.
tough assignment.
That takes balls. Mhm.
It's like,
You have to have so much confidence.
I mean, Zach Galifianakis.
When did he play Joker?
The
Yeah,
Lego
well-
Batman movie.
well, that one has an exception, but
Yeah.
Dude, some people for a minute thought that who plays Lego Batman? It's great actor.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. Some people for
Mhm.
like a week were like, Will Arnett is the definitive on-screen Batman.
Yeah, it's
That was
kind
a
of
take
like
that existed.
yeah. It's a great movie, but it's not like
Yeah.
you can't take it that seriously.
There's a comedian. It's Tom Segura. It wasn't Lego Batman. It was a Lego movie. But he's like,
Mm.
he's bitching that he like starts yelling at people for talking in a movie, and then the
Mhm.
guy stands up and he's like, "I'm gonna beat your fucking ass."
Mhm.
And Tom's like, "Yeah, I'm not getting my ass." He doesn't tell you what the movie is the whole time. He's like, "I'm not getting my ass kicked over the Lego movie," so I left. He was there by himself.
Yeah.
I vengeance.
He's telling kids to shut up. I'm not getting my ass kicked by somebody's dad for the Lego movie.
All right, what else we got?
We got some breaking
That's
news.
Marvel.
It's breaking news, bitch. What do you live under a rock? Ezra Miller got arrested.
This
For what?
He got in a fight
He-
in Hawaii.
got in a bar fight in Hawaii.
I
Being
mean,
too fast.
So
He's too
he's
fast.
actually
He was speeding.
He's been recorded. I'll imagine.
Or being too magical. What the fuck?
He's been like documented to just be a raging asshole for years. And there's a video of him supposedly like choking a woman. It's very shaky, so like it's hard to tell if it's even Ezra Miller.
Or a
But like
woman.
after
It
this
is,
is coming out,
but it
yeah.
is.
But it's hard. But like after this come out, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's probably him. But and like getting into fights and just do all this crazy stuff. And like if they had not put so much effort and money and time and rewrites into the Flash, they would drop him pretty much immediately. But they've
For
put
sure.
too much on this. The Flash is supposed to rejuvenate the DC universe.
Flash fucking sucks. Ezra Miller sucks as the Flash.
I hate
I'm
Ezra Miller.
sorry. Nobody likes him. He's not even good in fucking.
I can't
Fantastic
imagine
Beasts.
him on screen for that long with that much screen time. It scares me. 'Cause
My
I just
God,
found him
can you
so
imagine?
annoying in
Right?
both movies. Yeah. Just very cringy.
Just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Where's Batman?
This would be like if they made Frozen and then gave Olaf his own movie.
Right, dude. It's like
That's how I
you're
feel.
like sitting there the whole time, and you're like, dude, where is Ben Affleck?
Which is not a good thing to say.
You're wishing for Ben
Yeah.
Affleck.
You're like,
is
where the
Ben
fuck is
Affleck?
Batfleck? Get me out of here, dude.
Batfleck.
I don't think he got a. He didn't have enough screen time in either Justice League to really, I think, give a full review. But I wasn't a fan of what I saw.
Yeah, that's
So-
exactly how it needed to be.
I was kind of
Carson said it's
reserving my judgment
had
for.
good screen test. The movie has.
Yes, the screen tests are apparently really positive. People are. Obviously, it was a very
Fuck
small
off.
audience.
Yeah, because
But-
Ezra Miller's sitting in the corner going, "I'll beat your fucking ass." If you don't see it,
Yeah, he's cracking his
He's
knuckles.
He's like, give me a beer.
Those screen tests
I'll
are from
fight any
Hawaii,
one of
though.
you motherfuckers. Yeah. They're just now releasing them to the public.
Did you like the movie? What'd you say? Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Screen test in a Hawaiian elementary school.
God.
And then Bruce Willis retired.
Yeah, and this is actually kind of sad.
Big
He's
dubs.
yeah.
the past few. So yeah, obviously Bruce Willis is pretty legendary. Even if you haven't seen a ton of his movies, you've heard of like all of them.
Yeah, I
Um,
was never a big Bruce Willis fan, to be
I
honest.
really wasn't either, but like the past few years, he's been doing all these shitty straight to DVD action movies, and he's like barely in them. Like apparently, like he gets hired, and then motherfucker's hungry.
Go ahead.
He gets casted in the movie, and then like really argues to get his role toned down, and so people thought he was like, oh, he's just this massive sellout now, and he's just completely lost everybody's respect.
Oh,
Until a few days ago, it came out. He has, I forget the name of it, but he's got a disorder that basically, it's sometimes an early sign of dementia.
Oh,
But
fuck.
he's going to start losing it. It affects your speech patterns, and you won't be able to speak properly. And he's been doing all these crappy movies really fast because he was trying to basically build up retirement money before he was just stuck in his home for the rest of his life,
That's wild.
pretty
dude.
much. So
Sucks. A-Team should have been on the DVD list.
Facts.
That hard.
Fuck A-Team and Die Hard,
Bro,
bro.
everybody go to your local Family Video.
And buy a Bruce Willis movie.
Rent
And
Die
buy a
Hard
Bruce
with a
Willis
Vengeance.
Go find your local Blockbuster and get you a Bruce Willis movie.
Buy
Old
the
time's
Christmas
sake.
movie Die Hard.
For old cart's sake. You get that reference, you're a legend.
Sorry. Over the Hedge.
No, regular show. Close. Dude, Over the Hedge?
Oh no! I was
Underrated.
just saying he was in Over
Oh.
the Hedge. Yeah, that was. Wait, what was the reference? I've seen all the regular show. I didn't get
For
the
old
reference.
cart's
Hang on.
sake.
Oh, for old cart's sake, God! I want to cry on camera.
Dude, that episode's so
Is that it?
sad.
I
Dude.
think that's all.
I think that's all we had.
And then like immediately,
Oh,
they
and-
like play it as a joke, but like Cart died, and then they're immediately like, "Oh, you didn't have to kill him." They
Yeesh.
just break your heart like that. Shakespearean tragedy. It's like the ending of The Mist.
Dude. Will Smith punched a guy. In unrelated
shit.
news, Chris
Really?
Rock got punched by a guy.
Really?
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that.
Totally separate
Chris
incidents.
Rock.
Have you guys,
cousin
have you
of-
guys seen
Who
the
did he hit?
memes?
Oh yeah.
Who did he hit?
Amy Schumer, I think she was hosting
It was Bell Rock.
the.
Keep fucking my wife's mouth.
Yeah, I saw. Just-
Dude.
It was like, he
That
goes,
was so
okay,
sad.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to. This is
So good.
yeah. Nobody's getting this news from us. Everybody
Oh, no.
knows.
That's why I didn't really
You can't.
put it up there.
You can't take a without hearing about Will Smith.
In more unrelated news, Will Smith then went on to win that Oscar. Rightfully deserved. He was just playing a part.
In more unrelated news, Will Smith has been arrested in Hawaii for an assault.
At a
In
bar.
other,
He was with
Magical
Ezra Miller.
powers.
Will Smith punched Ezra
unfortunately,
Miller.
Will Smith will not be reprising his role as Deadshot.
Ah, no way.
Damn.
No tummy time.
Tummy time.
There's what happens.
Oh shit. Don't put that in your
All
eyes. Well, I think that's it. We're right at 46 minutes,
Yep.
so this will be
Yeah,
perfect.
it's probably a good stopping spot.
You guys fucking suck.